Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. It's Hitman Cause, and welcome one and all to your official predictions for Payback. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the co-host, the humble man, Gary. Gary, welcome to the contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man? Cause man, what's good? It was good.
Yeah, you ready to get into this?
Yes, sir. Let's do this shit. I do this as always.
Yep. Now, before we get into the predictions, there is something that we do need to talk about. This past week was one of the hardest weeks to be a wrestling fan. We lost two legends one day after the other. First we lost Terry Funk, and then out of nowhere we lost Bray Wyatt.
That's right.
I can't lie. This had to be losing Bray Wyatt had to be the biggest gut punch for me since Eddie died.
Oh, for real, son. I'm speaking, it's like, for real, making those two comparisons, like, yo, cause that was really, oh my god, how he died was, oh my god.
Yeah, and what really stung was that there were reports saying that his health was improving. You know, and then for this to just happen, you know, it makes it even more unexpected and worse. You know. So
that's crazy for real. Cause yo, oh my god, that was just really sad.
And just like Eddie, he was universally loved by everyone. And words can't describe how much of a heart this guy had. How selfless this guy was, man. Like he was truly a man of the people. Like one of the most selfless things I never forgot that he did was that there was a kid that got bullied, and then his mother told him about it, and then to make matters worse, the bullies ripped up his Bray Wyatt shirt. Next thing you know, Bray Wyatt sends him a whole bunch of new shirts for him. Like that's some real shit, man. And then another great moment that happened was when he came back at, I think, Backlash, was it? Someone showed a video, and someone shared a video to him of their daughter marking out, seeing that he came back. And he said straight up, it's fans like that motivate him every day to keep doing what he does. And you really couldn't act. And then even further than that, and this part I only found out after he died, was that you know, some people would hit him up in his DMs, and he would just and they would, you know, be feeling down or they're depressed and whatnot, and he would message them back with nothing but positivity, good vibes, good quotes, good words, just anything to make them feel better. And you know, it's little things like that go so far, you know. Yeah, you feel me? And honestly, you couldn't ask for a better human being. Just such a great person, much like Luke, taken from us way too soon. just, uh, just it just sucks. It sucks so bad. What about you, Hummer Man?
What about me? My take on Bray Wyatt. He was very talented, great wrestler, all that. And yo, man, I was shocked. Because, man, after I finished seeing the movie, the theaters, I turned my phone on. I see one of my homeboys hit me up. He actually works at a different location than where I work. He shop there sometimes and all that. Now, he told me, I got a text from him saying so. And then now I was like, yo, I just couldn't believe it, man. And honestly, speaking another thing about Bray Wyatt, when we mentioned how Undertaker passed the torch to him, it's like, yo, and speaking of that, he was arguably one of the ones that people were saying that instead of Brock Lesnar breaking Undertaker's streak, arguably it was saying that Bray Wyatt should have been one of the ones to do so, seeing as how he's this generation's Undertaker.
You know, part of me almost forgot about that. And, you know, that's exactly right, just given how his character was. And another thing with that, I really liked his entrance at that WrestleMania when he faced Undertaker. Like, even though he lost, I liked his entrance. But I will admit that their match still when the sun was up, messed up his entrance a bit because the Fireflies couldn't be out. However, they did something to make up for it, in my opinion, and that was when he had all the zombies following him to the ring.
Oh yeah.
And like at first the zombies weren't moving, but like he like put his hand over them as if he controlled them, and then once he did that, then they began to move.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
So yeah, that was great. And you know, when it comes to the 3 original members of the Wyatt family, it's crazy that Eric Rowan is the only one left. And honestly, if you looked at the tribute show, that man, he just looked so defeated. You know?
He did.
He looked so drained.
He did.
Like, honestly, if you would have told him in the span of 8 years that 2 of his closest friends weren't going to be here anymore.
Exactly.
You know, so honestly, him and Braun need to be protected at all costs. You know, they definitely need each other.
Yeah, they really do. They do.
And honestly, this might be a little early, but since everybody else has said it, I'm considering it. Why not put Bray Wyatt in the Hall of Fame this year?
Exactly.
I believe he's made a big enough impact, and he's definitely won enough titles.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Even though he should have won more.
That is right.
Personally,
that's a fact.
Yeah, personally, I feel that when he won the WWE title, his title reign should have lasted a lot longer.
Yeah, that's right. That too.
Because his match against Randy Orton at WrestleMania was crap.
Word.
Because it was more theatrics than it was a match, and the theatrics didn't even mean anything in the end because he still lost.
That's correct.
But at least on the bright side, he was a multi-time Universal Champion.
Exactly.
I think like 2-3 times, something like that.
That's a fact.
And then he also won the SmackDown Tag title, so and the Raw Tag titles too. So yeah.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
So yeah, he definitely has enough. He has enough credentials, and he's made a big enough impact, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna debate you there. That's a fact.
So rest easy, Bray Wyatt. The lantern may be out, but the Fireflies will continue to light the way forever.
That's a fact.
Now, moving on to the pay-per-view. I'm really not sure about this pay-per-view. Part of me is a little hyped for it. A part of me isn't. I don't know. But nonetheless, let's get down with the card. Um, Starting off, we have Seth freaking Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship. Tell me, did you see this heel turn coming?
Now, honestly speaking, I find it interesting, but no, I did not see it coming.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I tell you what, man, this came out of such left field, and also considering how, like his like his focus, like Shinsuke's focus, as far as where he is with the title, and how he keeps targeting Rollins' back, I think he just might do this.
Possibly.
But I won't have a problem if Seth retains. But I wouldn't mind Shinsuke winning because he's long overdue for a world title.
That I said the same thing myself earlier. Sting should have been a friggin' world champ, honestly speaking. So I want either one of them to win.
Yeah. Moving on, we have Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World Championship. I don't know, man. For some reason, I'm not really into this match.
I got you perfectly. This should be something to cut you. This should be a good match, but Rhea's winning, of course.
Yeah, and like the biggest reason why I'm not into this is because like they really haven't spent. They didn't spend much time, going, for this feud. They didn't give it as much emphasis as they should have.
Exactly.
Like, and anybody who tries to argue over like the wrestling tragedies derailed it, spare me, because they had plenty of time before then to build this up, and they
really did.
And they didn't. Don't get me wrong, they did a great job of building up the Judgment Day to be as dominant as they are, but they still needed to make them stand out as individuals. And even though Rhea stood out as an individual, she still needed feuds. And this is why her reign as Women's World Champion has been disappointing, because she hasn't really been defending the title much, or at all.
Exactly.
And and any match she's been in has been a non-title match.
That's right.
But nonetheless, this should be this match should be watchable. Whether it'll be good or not will be determined, but I honestly expect Rhea to retain.
Rhea. That's honestly speaking that that's gonna be a good match, Rhea and Raquel. Honestly, but Rhea's gonna retain. The match is gonna be good though.
Yeah. But there's also something I gotta bring up, and I really don't want to, but from what people are saying all on Twitter is that the signs are pointing for eventually Liv Morgan to take the title off of Rhea eventually, and as much as that would sort of make sense, yeah, it wouldn't. For me, one, I don't want it to happen, and two, it ain't believable.
I don't know why you say that. Honestly speaking, they would have tried to cut you. Liv and Rhea. I want either one to win, but they're gonna let Rhea retain. It's like where's there gonna be a damn build to that?
Yeah, and no, like because the build would be like the whole thing started back when Rhea turned on Liv and turned heel. Right. As a sense of long-term booking, you feel me? That's where it all started, sort of. But like, but I don't want this happening just because Liv was never believable as champion. Like,
Oh,
I never believed her as a strong, dominant champion because she just don't. And I know I'm gonna sound wrong for this, but she just don't look the part. Like, honestly, to put it simple, pretty much everything. And I know people are gonna hate me for this, but I don't give a fuck. Pretty much everything that Jim Cornette said about her is how I feel.
damn, I feel you.
Bottom line, everything how Jim Cornette feels about Liv Morgan and her as champion is exactly how I feel.
Wow.
And she should have never beat Shayna Baszler.
Gotcha.
She damn sure shouldn't have beat him. Shayna should have had her tapping.
Oh, gotcha perfectly.
Anyways, moving on. We had Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Look here. Straight up, I'm not into this match. I got no problem with either one of them. I like both Theory and Rey, but I'm not into this match. The reason why I'm not into this match is because of LA Knight. Because he should be in this match. He should be the United States champion. Or if anything, he should be the challenger.
That's correct.
So it's honestly, my anger towards that is why I'm honestly considering skipping this match.
Oh, Lord.
Just because I'm just so annoyed.
I understand perfectly.
And
Man.
then, part of me is thinking that Santos might cost Rey the title. But then
That's a big possibility.
part of me was thinking if he does that, then what was the point of a remake of the whole thing of Rey giving him his mask and him showing respect to Rey, and then them redoing the LWO,
Right.
So, who knows? Anyways, moving on.
That's great.
We have LA Knight versus The Miz. I'll admit, at first I didn't give a fuck about this feud at all, because I honestly feel that this is a throwaway feud for both of them. Because like the way I see it, for Miz, this is a feud for him just because he has nothing to do, and for LA Knight, this is just so they can build him up.
Right.
But
Exactly.
over the weeks, and especially on Raw, they have been doing everything they can to make me care about this feud, and they've been doing a good job. First off, on the Bray Wyatt tribute show, LA Knight freaking roasted the living hell out of The Miz.
Oh, yes. He did.
Oh,
Christ.
like my God.
He did.
And then on Raw, The Miz, I wouldn't say owned LA Knight, but he once again, impersonated a superstar and did a damn good job of it.
Yeah, he did.
Because he dressed as John Cena on two different occasions. The first time they didn't even show, but yeah, he impersonated John Cena on two different occasions. He impersonated The Rock in a way that looked real good. Had me fooled. And now he impersonated LA Knight. And shit. It was good on him there too.
Correct.
But it was still obviously him. But even on the mic, he did a good job of imitating him too. Well, mocking him. So honestly, even though this match overall isn't gonna really do much for either one of them, LA Knight should win this match because because they're still trying to build him up, and if he loses here, it'll derail his momentum.
Exactly. So where my boy LA Knight does win.
Because don't get me wrong, in the grand scheme of things, this does nothing for either one of them.
Exactly.
But LA Knight still has to win this match.
That's a fact. He does.
Moving on, we have. God, this next match. I'm only gonna say this match because straight up, I'm not watching this at all. Humble Man, he's gonna completely talk about this match because I have nothing to say about this match at all. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a steel cage. Talk about it, Humble Man. I'm out of here.
Oh shit! I think, honestly speaking, the match is gonna be good. And it's gonna be the final match between them, and that's it. I think that Becky's gonna get the win this time. That Trish is gonna take a break from it again or what have you. It should be a great match, but it really should. It should be. Honestly speaking, I wonder, will Zoe Starks got hurt in the nose count anywhere match, or it should be just off Trish having Becky alone, if you ask me. So that's just ridiculous. Wow.
So you got?
Say I'm sorry.
So you got?
Are you about to say something?
No. I'm saying, are you good?
Afterwards, one thing I'm gonna say is the thing is this is gonna be the final match, and then Trish is gonna be taking time off again. So that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Well, personally, I hope she don't come back.
Oh nah, man, don't say that. I feel what you're saying.
Fuck that. I'm gonna say it, cause freaking, she's already had her time in the sun. She's already had her shine. Let the superstars of this era shine. Yeah, I don't recall divas, freaking female wrestlers of the past, freaking undercutting her while she was an active wrestler. And anyways, now speaking of time off, I want to address something that I saw on Twitter, or X, if you will. Bully Ray put out an interesting tweet in which he feels that that'll be a beneficial for Becky to take time off.
I wonder what he means in saying that.
Well, in which he said, and I have the whole quote here, sometimes when you run into a situation like that, the best thing is to do is to go away for a little while. I'm not talking about a long time. She had to leave when she was pregnant, but she doesn't have to leave now. But it might be in her best interest to leave. It's the tip of the iceberg stuff. There's no substance to it. I don't know how you can have a megastar the likes of Becky Lynch and just not have anything real for her. You would have thought that the storyline with Trish would have been something of the most real stuff. You know who needs Becky?
Right.
She needs the same woman that she's needed from day one, Charlotte. And honestly, he's cooking. Bully is cooking big time.
Oh yeah.
Because
he really is.
Because in my opinion, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly the kind of person she needs to feud with. Somebody who is in her current era, an active wrestler, and who better to feud with her than a person she's been feuding with and arguing with and even been friends with for the longest, in Charlotte.
Exactly.
I mean, sure, there's a bit of a problem because Charlotte is on SmackDown and Becky's on Raw, but still, and personally, I feel one of the biggest problems is that this feud, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk about these two with the feud wise or the match, but But it must be said that this feud has really hurt Becky, big time. Because yeah, because in my opinion, this feud has made her, in my opinion, has made her just as insufferable as Trish Stratus is. Just like for me, this feud has made her just as insufferable and annoying as Trish Stratus is.
Got you.
So, I think feuding with Charlotte will be just what she needs to get the fans that have turned on her back on her side.
Exactly.
And also, like I said, he was cooking, so maybe take a little time off could do some good for her. Not a lot, a little. Like, maybe like a couple weeks to a month. A month at the max.
Exactly.
So, restart, if you will.
Right.
So, yeah. Moving on, we have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. I need to say this. This needs to be said straight up. Owens and Zayn need to lose. The biggest.
They need to.
Yes, the biggest reason why they need to lose is because they're both hurt.
Right.
Because Sammy got that swelling in his elbow, where he got that all that fluid like how John Cena had.
Oh yeah.
In which he needs to have surgery for it, like how Cena did. And honestly, he shouldn't delay it any further, else I think he's gonna regret it later.
Oh yeah.
And Owens, he's also hurt. Like when it came to that match, that 6-man tag match that him, Zayn and Rhodes had against the Judgment Day. After they won the match, you could clearly tell that he was still injured.
Undertaker, that's crazy.
Cause freaking, he was down to one knee, and then I think Sammy helped him up, and I think he asked him if he was okay, and he said no.
Exactly.
So they need to lose this match.
I think it's gonna be good, but damn, I think Owens and Zayn gonna retain. I love them both. When they were bad guys, I couldn't stand them. Now that they're good, they're gonna go out. I think they're gonna retain it.
And then also I gotta say, their tag title reign has been pretty lackluster.
Oh no, I would have debate you there. It kinda has been.
Because like, they really similar to Rhea Ripley, like they haven't really, like, even though they've been defending the titles more, they haven't had meaningful feuds with tag teams.
Right.
Or meaningful storylines.
Exactly.
It's like just one-off things,
Exactly.
So if they had meaningful feuds, then we would have had something.
Right.
That's
crazy.
And then for Finn Balor and Damian Priest, they also need to win because of that ultimatum that Rhea Ripley gave them.
Exactly. I was just about to bring that up.
Because at this point, Rhea's had it.
Facts.
This whole beef between Finn Balor and Damian Priest has gone on too long. He's sick of it, and this is the final straw for both of them. If by the end of the night, the Judgment Day isn't draped in gold, there's gonna be some changes. But that had me thinking. She said if the Judgment Day doesn't have gold. Now,
the only person who does is Rhea.
And Dom.
Oh yeah, I got forget. Yep, Dom too.
And people would argue about him not being on the card, but y'all forget, with him being the NXT North American Champion, he's more of an NXT star than a Raw star.
Exactly.
So he really doesn't count for this pay-per-view.
That's right.
Like he's gonna be here, he's gonna be there. You know, he's gonna be at. He's more than likely gonna be at the pay-per-view, but he's not gonna be in a match because there's no reason for him to be in one.
Exactly.
And more, and I had a thought, with her saying, if the Judgment Day doesn't have gold, what if not only do Finn and Priest lose, but Rhea loses too?
Wow.
So at the end of the night, instead of just Rhea having gold, only Dom has gold.
Right. That's right.
But-
That's a fact.
And personally, you know, I've enjoyed the dynamic of JD McDonough constantly sticking his nose in Judgment Day business. Personally, they ought to have him join. Because in my opinion, he's proven that he can be a valuable asset.
Right.
And also I also had another thought. Now more than likely Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be in the main event, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I think.
So I was thinking this: what if the Judgment Day lose, right?
Yeah.
But after the Rollins Nakamura match, regardless of who wins, Priest cashes in and wins the world title.
Right.
And then, like that, Finn is going to be the only one without gold.
Oh yes, that's crazy.
And then, like that, then Finn more than likely is going to get kicked out.
Yes.
And then he more than likely is then going to start a team with JD.
Oh yeah. That's what's gonna happen. It's being rumor has it that Priest supposed to be kicked out of the Judgment Day in the coming weeks.
What kind of sense would that make if he wins the world title?
Exactly. And Tony Khan said he doesn't want anybody, especially if they have a lot of friends or whatever, he doesn't want them challenging him to any of their service that they're having for.
Wait a minute, what?
Sorry, service. Sorry about that. I mean, my apologies. I meant thing. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. He's supposed to be kicked out of the Judgment Day in the coming weeks.
Now, why would he get kicked? Now, if he wins the world title, what sense would it make for him to get kicked out?
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering. Because rumor has it, JD McDonough's supposed to be one of the newest members.
You know, I keep hearing that, man. But considering how everyone except for Finn keeps beefing with him, you know, it makes me wonder how the hell they're gonna accept him into the group.
Right. Exactly.
Well, you know, definitely some food for thought and something interesting to think about.
Yeah, that's correct.
And honestly, with how unpredictable this card is and how iffy I feel about it, who knows? I really don't know what to feel about this pay-per-view going into it. And who knows? Maybe that might be a good thing.
You know, honestly, sorry to cut you.
Go ahead.
You know, honestly, I'm on the same page as you. I said to myself, I hope this pay-per-view is not going to be garbage.
Yeah. Because I'm hoping that ain't the case either.
Yeah, word. I'm hoping so.
But you know, all will be answered Saturday.
That is right. It's Saturday.
So, with that being said, that's going to do it for this episode of The Contracts. We definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and rock with us. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as always, to come and kick his wrestling knowledge.
Hell yeah, you already know my man cosplaying. You already know, and we'll be right here. We'll be right back here with y'all, coming at y'all with the results for WWE Payback, and we'll be right back at y'all with the predictions for the next pay-per-view later this same month, which is NXT's pay-per-view No Mercy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. We'll be right back at you.
So yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And until next time, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man. And remember to always follow the buzzards.
Yes, follow the buzzards and let him in.
And if you see it, and if you see us coming, run.
Run.